How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're on episode number 7 of Season 3 for Jessica Jones, which is called The Double Half-Wappinger. I think that's it. But, yeah, we are around the halfway point. Last episode was absolutely brutal, especially with Eric being held by Salinger, and we got to see basically the full extent of what happens if a person, well, when a person is a real piece of shit, and how bad his headaches can get. And yeah, it was pretty grim, but thankfully he was saved by Jess and Trish, and Salinger seems to be over and done with, except he's now getting released after a day, so yay. And we have that ominous warning that Salinger may be as dangerous as ever after the whole commotion in the last episode, so it should be very interesting to see, because Salinger has been a very interesting and very fun character to get into, so I am looking forward to seeing more Salinger. But yeah, with that said, let's get into this episode. The extended reaction should be up on Patreon, so with that said, let's go. Oh boy.
Mr. Salinger, weren't you
The
caught with the victim's body parts at the train?
Oh!
Let me be stunningly clear.
Are you kidding me?
No! Come on!
How was he arrested?
The police were wildly misinformed.
Hogarth!
Jessica Jones.
Mr. Salinger, how did she come by this information?
She broke into my
Son
home.
of a bitch!
Assaulted me.
And plus,
Now
it
she's
means
trying
that
to
she's
pin
not
these horrors
connected
on
with
me, and I don't know
supers.
why. Perhaps I'm an easy target, single white male, and she's this
Oh, for fuck's sake.
feminist vindicator.
I'm sure this is I don't like to fail.
Exactly, and that's why she's
I take issue with
partnering with
unfounded
Salinger.
arrogance. So start proving you're as good as you say you are. You need me more than I need you.
Damn it! Yeah, that might be true.
Stay out of each other's way and neither of us will get hurt.
Can't guarantee that
Looks
Jessica
like
will
you
agree to
finally
that.
found someone to put you out of your misery.
Oh. Well, she's
You
not
just might
wrong.
enjoy it a bit too much.
Exactly. This is the thing with Salinger. As he presented at the press conference, he's unhinged.
Show me that file.
Is there a reason why you're pretending to work for the tractor company?
She's perceptive. I
did
love
a
it.
search when your office called.
Yes. Oh,
It's
wow.
on the internet, so must be true.
Look, lady,
Yep. Must be
or whatever
everything.
you are.
Whatever I am,
Is this part of the plan? Part of the plan.
I don't like the sound of that.
Nice.
Somebody help! In the front? Yeah, I am psychologically shutting down!
Oh, Trish. That's it. It had to come to stealing the files.
It's gonna be okay.
Oh, man.
Unwavering. Underestimating her would be a mistake.
Yeah,
As with
Malcolm's
overestimating.
in that complex again.
She doesn't understand the value of hard work, not like we do. We have earned
Are you
our
kidding
respect.
me? Piss off.
You, from a trailer park to a Manhattan law firm with your name on it. Twice.
Start digging. And let me know if he's about to do something stupid.
I'd kill someone.
Way to be objective.
I prefer vigilant.
Okay, do we have a problem here? Not at all.
I do. You're partnering up with a psycho.
If you have an issue,
Alleged.
you need to keep it to yourself. I need you both at the top of your game.
Oh, Ah.
All I've done is play the vapid dumb blonde.
which was helpful.
I mean, it was. She managed to
At a
steal
certain
the...
point, if 90% of your life is playing the cover, then you are the cover.
Well, you could be out and
second
proud and
fiddle,
have everyone hate you.
etc.
Way fun. You sobbed for 3 days straight and ended up in a catatonic depression.
But it was worth it for the freedom that I felt after that. And I could finally be me.
She's starting to feel that with
Even
the
if
hero
everybody
life.
looked at me like I was damaged goods. Was.
All yours.
I'm loving how this partnership is regrowing and we're going very deep into Trish's history. Like,
Hey.
nice tender moment.
You look tired.
Consistent with how I feel.
Sometimes masks do help, though.
Albeit a handsome man, accosted you in the hallway, didn't apologize for your near cardiac arrest, and then forced his way into your place of work. Did you hand over anything to him? Much less a very sensitive investigation just
I
because
love
he said
her.
Jessica will be relieved? That's not exactly a notarized release form.
No?
Yeah, check in every hour.
His expression says you're treating me like a child and it hurts my feelings.
I love...
Show him the files, Gillian.
I love how
Jessica's
Gillian's
okay.
just, like,
I have her proxy.
sassy. She is just gold. I think we just need to appreciate Gillian a bit more with this show.
The day Nathan disappeared, the whole team came to help. I thought Nathan just skipped out on the...
No.
On the
No.
Mi amor, no
The
sigas,
day
por
Nathan...
favor.
Oh.
You people come here and dig up pain.
Anna asked me to stop by. Everything all right?
Miss Jones is here to help us.
Is that what she's doing? Did she tell you she's one of those super-powered people?
Is that a crime in this town?
It's time for you to move on.
No, she can find me.
Causing a bit of a ruckus.
She can find me.
Hey, hey, where are you going?
Wait a minute, what is she doing?
She's going for the gazebo because Nathan's under there.
What is she doing?
Put your hands up. Don't shoot. You're on camera. Put that down. Not a chance.
Go on, Trish. Go on, Trish.
Stop what you're doing.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No.
Here.
Oh no. No. Oh my god.
Like you said, sometimes you have to rip the plaster off.
No, Dios mío, no.
Lower. The statement didn't add up.
I know. But sometimes you gotta let things slide.
Anyway,
Like this.
thank you.
She did help out.
You have a nice day now.
She might be the nicest official there. Like, she's chirpy, smiley. Wait, didn't she confront Malcolm in the office as well? So...
Oh my god.
Yeah, oh, shoot. Yeah, here we go.
Want to get involved? Expect to have your phone tracked.
It's insane that deranged murderer's teaching little kids.
Insane.
Makes you think back to, like, pedophilia as well. Like, they have this front,
We found what we needed upstate.
and behind the scenes is
We
sickening.
got him.
Beat them of their training? It's not a chance.
Coach, the other kid took my partner.
You don't need a partner to improve. It's all right. Practice your top stance, okay?
Yeah, you can see, like, I feel her. I absolutely feel her.
You want to assault me again? In public?
Let's give them a real wrestling
Get the
match.
hell away from these kids.
Or what? You'll beat me to a pulp.
Against a psychopath that destroys lives.
Bring up Nathan. And his family.
School me. I want to make sure I'm playing fair.
I love Jessica so much. Great. Great. I mean, have you got enough pictures?
Go.
Okay. You also get disqualified for passivity if you don't do anything.
I'm just waiting on you to show me some moves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just showboating now. Come on, Salinger.
It's the hold you used to kill Nathan.
There we go. You got it. Oh, dang. Here we go. And everyone's liking this.
All that practice and you still suck ass.
Oh my god, I love this. I mean, yeah. You're channeling into your rage, Salinger.
All they see is a cheater.
No, who's lying to themselves?
Take the loss. Take the L. Malcolm's loving this. I love this as well. Everyone's loving this.
Let them.
My queen.
Class dismissed.
My queen. She just showed him up, and I loved that. Wow. I absolutely adore her so much. She is just too great, and she just absolutely showed him. It was so amazing. So oh man, he's not gonna go to sleep taking that. Yeah. Okay, so I'll take that out because I should have enough battery because I didn't record this, so I had to plug it in, and the annoying thing was the camera kept moving because I was stepping on the wire, so yeah, but there should only be like a 10-minute discussion, so unless in before the battery depletes. Yeah, this episode was pretty nifty. I really enjoyed a lot of areas about this episode, like Jess like being shown in incredible light, like from her detective abilities and how that was greatly utilized in this episode, to her showing Salinger, which was so satisfying to see. There was a lot of great things happening and teased as well. It seems like Malcolm and Zaya are going to have a bit of a rough patch. There's already a layer there unknown to Zaya with Malcolm cheating. It seemed like he did have a bit of a regret, but cheating is still cheating at the end of the day. But now Zaya knows that Malcolm has been in cahoots with, well, I wouldn't say cahoots, but they had a pleasant conversation, him and Trish, as Hogarth's worrying about that masked person targeting her firm. As she's looking to stabilize it, so now that she's partnering with Salinger. So yeah, first things up first though, I feel like I'm a bit annoyed with myself that I didn't react to Trish's obvious attempt to expose herself. I don't know, I just had nothing when that photographer showed up when Trish tipped herself off so she could get that attraction. Because it does play on heavily to her talk with Jessica about when she had her drug situation. It was whereas people might have looked at her a bit of negatively. She felt like a weight was off her shoulder, and her being hidden in the public eye and all of that. With that, who's your masked person? She wants to establish that name for herself, but she's been denied that opportunity. So the next thing she does, especially since the thing that kind of set off her mindset, like after that discussion, was that cop saying thank you to Jessica, and she felt that little bit of dejection. The first thing she does is tip a photographer saying that, oh, I've seen that masked vigilante. So she gets that bit of exposure, doesn't she? And I mean, that's the thing with Trish, isn't it? She needs approval. It's an unhealthy obsession that she currently has about being credited for her heroism, whereas you shouldn't really demand it. Like Jessica was not like even if that cop didn't thank Jessica, she wouldn't feel dejected and all of that. But that was the thing. That's the thing with Trish. She would crave I mean, I think that's why she says you're welcome without saying thanks. Like, it's that statement that, oh, I've helped and all of that. So, whereas Jess doesn't need that approval. And if it comes to, it comes. Like, being a hero means wanting to do good and all of that. Like Jessica, like she doesn't seek that thank you from that officer, but she got it anyway. If it comes, it comes. Whereas Trish, she wants that approval. It's a healthy obsession. She wants that noticeability, by being a hero, and it kind of gives that weight off her shoulder, being noticed and all of that. And it was kind of foreshadowed in the beginning when Jess but for Jess and for us as well, that was, whereas Trish was a bit bummed out by it, that was for Trish's own good, because Jessica's already a known face, and Jessica doesn't want Trish's face to be in. I have a feeling that Trish, while she's got her disguise going on at the minute, the cape will be unveiled, and it will, like, she will get that recognition, and it's going to kick her up the arse. Because I do sense that her greed is going to be of comeuppance for her. Like, she's going to get her comeuppance for that greed. Because she's taking this approval, this seeking for attention into an unhealthy light. So I do feel like that's going to come a factor for Trish. But yeah, we had that heart, which I thought was really, really nice. Don't get me wrong, that heart to heart with Trish and Jess, because it's great to see their relationship re-established and all of that. But it was like following Jess getting thanked and all of that, as well as other small bits like Trish, Trish even expressed her annoyance when Jess went into the police place and went to investigate what happened. But to be fair, it was for her own good, and it did create a comical scene because Trish was able to get the distraction, whereas Jess took the files, which led to Nathan, and that helped out big time. But it did create a comical scene as well, so yeah. But for Trish's mindset, she doesn't like that whatsoever, so yeah. And not just that, though, but she's feeling unthanked as well, so yeah, it is creating a bit of an unhealthy obsession, especially when she goes to, like, contact someone saying, I've spotted the masked person. Yeah. But yeah, it's not surprising, to be fair. But to be fair, like I say, it's not surprising, and that is a factor when it comes to Hogarth as well. Like, what she did shouldn't be surprising, but it kind of did. It was like, oh, for crying out loud, Hogarth. And it was totally in character for her to support Salinger, because it would definitely help her firm. And then I guess she thought Kilgrave would be of use as well. So her siding with someone like Salinger, like an antagonist, not entirely uncommon. But yeah, Salinger's policy on powered people cheating life basically ties in well with Peter's statement on her aid for powered people, though she didn't intend on calling Jess out and all of that. Salinger basically took the mic and went off a tangent. And though Jess was not the intent for her, she knew that Jess was facing off against Salinger, so she knew of that, and she still took Salinger under her wing. But this helps save her firm. This helps put a bit of a positive spin potentially on her firm, which is what she needs. She cares about her firm at the end of the day. So it really shouldn't be as of surprise that she's pulling this stunt. And that's the thing. It's not like she's a good person and all of that. Like, what was her motive with outing Peter at the end of the day. It wasn't because she wanted to do good. It's because she was obsessed with greed, and that's the same case with like, she will do anything as long as it benefits her at the end of the day, like she did with Peter, like she is doing now. So it wasn't because, like, what Peter did, it wasn't because he did it, like, it wasn't like she outed Peter because what he did she thought was wrong. It was greed at the end of the day. Same thing happening here. There is no moral compass there, and it really affects Malcolm in this episode, where he has to draw the line, because whereas he is aware of having to do shitty things in order to get the paychecks rolling in, he has that line in the sand, whereas Hogarth doesn't. She is completely selfish at the end of the day, whereas Malcolm does draw the line, as we saw in this episode. He knew that Hogarth was siding with Salinger, and he just couldn't at the end of the day. So, and I can't really blame him, especially since he's been in that moral, like that, he's been in that moral complex at the end of the day. He's having a morality crisis, and this was the thing that really sold it for him. This was the thing that really, yeah. So, and I think that's a bit of development for him as well. Like, he's been a bit unsure, but this episode, yeah, that was where he drew the line. So yeah, gotta say, I love Gillian as well. She is so amazing, and I love her character so much, especially since she was talking about Malcolm's intent on helping and all of that, and she gave out some witty responses. So I'm loving Gillian so much in this season of Jessica Jones. And yeah, it was a pretty stellar episode. And like I said, I loved Jessica so much with her detective skills, really paying off well in this episode when she went to investigate about what was going on with Nathan, because he's been disappearing all of this time. And I gotta say, the scene where Jess uncovered Nathan's body was chilling and heartbreaking. And it is kind of what Jessica needed at the end of the day, even though she didn't seek that, like, that turn to the light in the public's eyes as Trish would. Jessica needed this, even though she doesn't really care too much. The fact that, and schooling Salinger as well, she needed that positive turn for her, because she was in a bit of hot water from the public's eye. I gotta say though, Salinger is definitely reminding me of Stain from My Hero Academia. I know I've said it time and time again, but he is now influencing the people to think more consequentially to powered people, like Stain did. Stain created this influence to people to take heroes with a bit more caution. So yeah, he is definitely I mean, it's probably not intentional whatsoever, but there is that reminder for me. But yeah, like I said, that scene where Jessica uncovered Nathan's body was absolutely heartbreaking. It was good to see her utilize her powers and all of that, and do that hero work. But it was absolutely cold from Salinger, and it was absolutely morbid. And you felt so bad for Nathan's parents, especially the father, who was very optimistic of Nathan coming home. And you just got to think that all of those parties in that gazebo, his son was under there. So it was definitely heartbreaking. And I just absolutely loved Jessica taking on the match. Like, it was very enjoyable, as in, you get so much satisfaction from Jessica schooling Salinger, showing him up in front of the kids and all of that. And she utilized her powers so much as well. And it was done in like, not an aggressive way, but to make Salinger look weak and all of that. It's not going to look good. Salinger's going to bite hard. And I think we kind of have an idea that that's going to happen. But I think that was the intent. I think Jessica knows that Salinger's going to bite back after being humiliated like that, and she's ready. Because she wants Salinger, the cape to be unveiled for Salinger. She wants him to expose himself, and that's why she mentioned Nathan Silver to him. She knew that would rile him up, and it did. So it was really, really good. That's the thing, though. Salinger thought he had the ball in his court, and yeah, he signed his own death warrant, basically. But it was so good, especially seeing Malcolm's reaction as well. He was so enjoying this as well. But it was so satisfying to see and all of that. So yeah, but it was a pretty stellar episode, I thought. I can't wait to see what the ramifications of Salinger getting humiliated will be. As well as Zaya finding out about Malcolm's interactions with the masked person that's looking to bring down... Like, there's going to be some rift between them two. And the cheating scene kind of sets things up because, like I said, that's another layer of complications for this relationship. So, yeah, but she doesn't know that yet. But it's all gonna come out. I mean, this thing doesn't stay hidden for long, and it will be unearthed. So, kind of like how Nathan was unearthed in this episode, so will the cheating. She doesn't know, but she will do eventually, and that's going to complicate things between them two. So, yeah. But I absolutely did enjoy this episode so much. There was a bit of funny moments in this. Like I said, seeing Salinger getting his ass whooped was so beautiful, and that meltdown that Trish was having was pretty comical as well. Because you just loved Trish, like Trish's blatant acting there, like, oh, I'm having a cry, like, it was so obvious as well, and it was so funny at the same time. But it worked out because we got the files and all of that, and yeah, but this was a win for Jessica, despite a rocky start. After her being infamously reported, things looked brighter for her because she, despite how painful it was for Nathan's parents, she managed to find a bit of closure there, and this might put a bit of dent on Salinger, and she managed to humiliate him as well with people recording. So yeah, but that was Jessica Jones episode 7. So I really enjoyed that episode so much. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!